Hello and welcome to today's video where I will be covering the LPL and LCK in part 1, and then in part 2 I will be covering the LCS as part of my League of Legends roundup for February 13th. Here we have LPL week 4 day 7 or day 4 depending on what you really think about, how you think about it, because there's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that would be day 4. However, in some places it's being labeled as day 7 because it's the Sunday. So nevertheless, every day I do this for every region. The LPL play pretty much every day, so there's always a video or a roundup of some kind with the LPL involved. I take notes on the games, save you the time of watching 3-game series. All 3 series today went to 3 games. I save the time of watching like Rare Atom, Anyone's Legend, 2 non-playoff teams, duking it out in the, cellar of the LPL standings. You may want to watch this series. It was pretty good between BLG and LNG, but I will give you the highlights nonetheless. So, Series 1, Rare Atom, Anyone's Legend. Rare Atom, I thought were better than what they were because they hadn't played many games going into, the New Year break. So, coming out of it, they have struggled. They lost this series. They lost earlier in the week. So, 0-2 on the week. Anyone's Legend would start this series out pretty strong. As you see here, 16-0. They crushed them. AL would go top and mid in the early game. Rare Atom would take a cloud when Anyone's Legend was really all over the place. Zhao Hao ends up being MVP, and that's because he was all over the place in all 3 games. His Lee Sin was disgusting. So, I'm going to continue. I got to continue getting into this for you. So, 11 minutes, Anyone's Legend wins 3-0 in bot, really pulls ahead. They go mid lane. They win 2-0 in river. Every level of this game they won. It was 16-0. By 15 minutes, they're up 9-0. Had a gold lead, and Zhao Hao was 5-0-1. He was killing it. Rare Atom would take an Infernal. Anyone's Legend would go mid, take a Mountain, so they stopped the Dragon stacking. That's all Rare Atom had going for them at the time. 23 minutes, Anyone's Legend would win 3-0 in bot, push their lead to 5K, 13-0. Zhao Hao is 6-0-4. Turn that into a Baron uncontested and win 3-0 in bot. Zhao Hao with a double kill to end. So 16-0, pretty damn clean win. Game 2, a lot more interesting. As you see here, 15-16. Anyone's Legend was more active, had more kills, but in the end lost. 3 minutes, Anyone's Legend would get a bot lane play that went 2-0. They would then get a 2v2 kill, which Rare Atom would clean up. So Anyone's Legend had a lot of advantages in the bot lane in the early game. They go and take a Rift Herald with that advantage, take a slight gold lead. Rare Atom would take an Ocean in response as Anyone's Legend takes a Rift Herald. Rare Atom would then go top. Anyone's Legend would take a Hex Tech. Anyone's Legend would go mid. So the game is going back and forth, but Anyone's Legend does have a slight lead. 20 minutes. Rare Atom would win a fight in top 3-1. Strive with a double kill on Rise. Strive looked pretty good in games 2 and game 3 in the early game on Rise. He made plays. 21 minutes. Anyone's Legend are up 6-5. Gold is tied. Betty is leading the way at 3-0-2 for Anyone's Legend. 22 minutes. Rare Atom would win a fight to be able to take the Baron cube with a double kill to do so, which gave them a gold lead of 5K by the end of the Baron. During that Baron, they were taking Infernal. 27 minutes. Anyone's Legend will win a fight 5-2. Zhao Hao with a double kill to be able to take an Infernal themselves. 29 minutes. Anyone's Legend would get a pick, take the Baron, win a fight 3-1 afterwards. Betty with a triple kill, which now flipped the gold. So now, instead of Rare Atom having a gold lead, Anyone's Legend has a slight 2.5K gold lead. At 31 minutes after this Baron is pretty much over, Anyone's Legend are up 15-10, slight gold lead, and Betty is 8-1-6. So Betty is completely carrying this game for Anyone's Legend. He's by far the best player in the game. However, at 33 minutes, Rare Atom would get a 5-1 ace in their base, making a stand, stopping Anyone's Legend in their tracks. iBoy with a triple kill, Cube with a double kill, and they're able to go end off of it. So, that late overstay by Anyone's Legend burned them, and Rare Atom got a win out of it. It doesn't make me feel any better about Rare Atom, really, except for the fact that at least they didn't roll over. But in general, these two teams are towards the bottom of the standing, so I'm not surprised that there were mistakes. Game 3, anyone's legend would throw the first punch again. In all 3 games, Zhao Hao was all over the place doing ganks. He went bot lane. There'd be a trade of kills in mid. Rare Adam would get 2 kills in bot. Strive with a double kill. Like I said, Strive was all over the place in this game, on the rise in the early game. 6 minutes, Rare Adam would go top. So we're only 6 minutes in, actually. And anyone's legend has went bot lane at 4 minutes. Both teams would execute plays in the mid lane. And then Rare Adam would go to bot and dive. And then they would go top. So by 6 minutes, we have all this action. Anyone's legend takes a Hectech on the other side of the rift as Rare Adam's top. 9 minutes, anyone's legend goes to top lane to kind of right the ship. There's a trade of kills at 12 minutes in the jungle, resulting in an Ocean going to Rare Adam. 16 minutes, anyone's legend gets a Rift Herald 1-0, so the game's going back and forth, back and forth. 17-minute update, anyone's legend's up 8-5. Slight gold lead, but Zhao Hao is 4-0-2. Once again, he's on the Lee Sin. He is all over the damn place, making plays. 18 minutes, Rare Adam go bot lane, get a kill, take a Drake. Anyone's legend at 20 minutes, respond with a top play. 25 minutes, there's a skirmish that goes 1-1, resulting in Rare Adam getting the Mountain Soul point. 26 minutes, there's a fight that anyone's legend gets a pick on. Take the Baron, win a fight afterwards 3-2. Betty with a triple kill gives them a 3k gold lead, which is ended up deciding the game. They ended off of that Baron 5-0 in bot. Betty with a quadra kill. Final score 19-9. Zhao Hao ends up being MVP because he was very active in all 3 games. In these 2 games, I mean, he was just... You have to ban the Lee Sin against anyone's legend. They are not very good, but take the Lee Sin away and kind of force them on other picks because clearly Zhao Hao is their carry. Series 2, IG versus former IG. I mean, with Rookie in the mid lane. You see here, IG crushed them in Game 1, 14-1. All 3 games were not close on the scoreboard. So, Game 1 was really the Zika show. Zika was on Tryndamere in all 3 games, and he did terrible things to Rich in Game 1. 6 minutes, he gets a solo kill. IG then go take a mountain because they have all this prio in the game. 2-1 team fight win. Yukai with a double kill on Renekton to ensure that they get the Drake. 9 minutes. Victory 5 would fail a bot dive that went 1-0 to IG, giving them a 3k gold lead. IG would then take an Infernal. 13 minutes. Zika would solo kill Rich a second time, giving them a 4.5k gold lead. And then a couple minutes later, Zika would get a 3rd solo kill on Rich in the Tryndamere Graves matchup, which turned into Cloud Soul point at 17 minutes after a 2-0 team fight win. They're just so far ahead. No one wants to fight Zika. There have been 8k gold lead. IG then take a Cloud Soul uncontested, take a Baron uncontested, 10k lead, 26 minutes, they end 3-0. Final score 14-1. I went over that game pretty quick. Really all you have to understand is Zika put on a clinic in the top lane on Tryndamere. And to fix that, clearly, I mean, Victory 5 win this series 2-1. They just put Rich on Poppy duty, and it saves them a lot of trouble. So, Poppy is now in top lane for Victory 5. Game 2, Victory 5 go to bot to start the game off. Go to top also. So, by 6 minutes, they've made 2 plays. They're up 3-1 in kills. IG go mid at 7 minutes to turn it into an Infernal. They go get a pick themselves in mid. However, Rookie would then solo kill June afterwards, resulting in an Ocean because now only 1 jungler is on the Rift. 15 minutes. Victory 5 are up 5-3, 2.5k gold. Rookie is 2-0-2 on Vex. He is hard carrying. They dive top. IG would then get a kill themselves. Victory 5 would take a Hex Tech Drake. 20 minutes is where a lot of the game was decided. Although Victory 5 had a slight gold lead, 2-3k gold is not a lot at 20 minutes. Victory 5 would get a pick, take the Baron, win a fight 3-0 afterwards. Fodic with a double kill on Senna, resulting in a 6k gold lead when the Baron started. They would end shortly after that Baron. Victory 5 were up 10-5. Rookie was 4-0-4 after it subsided. And then they ended Fodic with a triple kill at 25 minutes. Final score 15-5. Most of the game was decided after 20 minutes in that case. It was back and forth, but once that fight happened at 20 minutes for the the Baron, the game was over. Game 3, very similar to Game 2 in the case for Victory 5 and how they won. IG did do level 1 cheese to get Rookie. Then they would go top lane at 2 minutes. Victory 5's bot lane would get a 2v2 kill at 5 minutes. IG take an Ocean. 7 minutes, IG would go mid. Victory 5 would also then dive bot within 30 seconds later. Bodic with a double kill. 10 minutes, IG would take the Rift Herald, but be punished by Victory 5. Once again, 10 minutes, Victory 5 have a slight gold lead in the early game. 11 minutes, they would take an Infernal off of a pick. 12 minutes, IG would go for Rich a second time, so they were really trying to get the Poppy ahead. Going all in on Zika, hoping his Tryndamere could carry, and it could not. 15 minutes is where the game was really decided in the series for Game 3. Victory 5 won a fight 4-0 in the jungle. Rookie with a double kill on Syndra. Victory 5 then go take a mountain off of that. Take a Rift Herald after a pick. There's a skirmish in top lane at 20 minutes. It goes 1-1. At that point, Victory 5 are up 4.5k gold. Karsa's 4-0-5. He ends up being the MVP. He was very active in Game 3 on Lee Sin. Imagine every play he is involved in. He may not be the guy getting multiple kills, but when you think about Victory 5 fighting in the bot lane, diving, or getting a kill after the Rift Herald and things like that, he was active. Diving Rich as well. I mean, not diving Rich, IG dive Rich. I mean, setting up for these objectives, Karsa was there, you know, for the Infernal and whatnot. 22 minutes, Victory 5 would just end. Final score 13-6. Karsa's the MVP. I wanted to pick Rookie, but his struggles in the early game in this third game actually put him very far behind. Even though he got 2 kills in that jungle fight, he was not the carry. So I wasn't going to give him MVP because he struggled so much. Game 3, 2 of the top 4 teams in the LPL, BLG and LNG. A series that a lot of people are looking forward to. The Game 2 and Game 1 really didn't, Game 1 and Game 2 lived up to the hype. So, Game 1, BLG would go to the jungle and get a kill at 3 minutes. LNG would go top lane afterwards. BLG take a mountain. 12 minutes, BLG would win a fight 3-1 in top. And by 15 minutes, they had a 2k gold lead. So BLG are really cruising. They go top lane again, take a Cloud. They're just carrying this game, I mean, out of the hands of LNG. I mean, LNG can't respond. 17 minutes, Ale would solo kill Doggo and get cleaned up. Ale was on a Fiora, which was an interesting pick. I liked it. 19 minutes, BLG would win a team fight 4-2 in the jungle. Weiwei with a double kill. Weiwei was hard carrying the game at 20 minutes. On the Xin Zhao, he was 4-0-5. Resulting in a 4.5k lead for BLG at that time. BLG go to Hextech Soul Point uncontested. 25 minutes, BLG get a pick, take the Baron, win a fight 2-0 afterwards, resulting in an 8k gold lead. They were running away with it. Take the Soul after a skirmish that went 1-1 during the Baron, and then they end afterwards 3-2 in the jungle. Doggo with a triple kill on the Jinx. So, I mean, BLG win the game 18-8. Very clean game where they had the lead from start to finish. Game 2 started off with a 1-1 in bot, resulting in LNG taking a Hextech Drake because they had Prio. LNG then were able to get a 2v2 kill, and so they were up 1.5k gold at 10 minutes. BLG would take a mountain at 11 minutes, and this is where the game really went to the side of LNG. They were able to punish them, acing them 5-2, light with a triple kill afterwards on the Zeri. Giving the Zeri power was a unfortunate thing for BLG. 14 minutes, BLG won a fight in bot 2-1. Despite that, LNG are still at 3k gold. BLG take a Cloud. There's a skirmish in the river at 18 minutes, goes 1-1. 21 minutes, LNG win 2-1 in the jungle. BLG go to Cloud Soul Point. 22 minutes, LNG take a Baron. BLG would punish them 3-0 afterwards. Breathe with a double kill. At this point, after the Baron was subsided, LNG were up 12-11 in kills. And, okay, this is what I had here. So, LNG were up 12-11 in kills, 5.5k gold, and both Light and Breathe were the carries for their teams. Both had 5 kills. They were just the difference makers. And in the end, Light would come out victorious. 27 minutes, LNG would stop the Drake stacking by BLG. As I just said, BLG had went to Cloud Soul Point before the Baron. And at 27 minutes, there's a skirmish for the next one where LNG would take it, winning 3-2. Both Light and Breathe with double kills. Once again, hard carrying the fights for their team. 29 minutes, LNG would get a ace in the jungle, 5-0. Light with a triple kill to end. Final score 20-13. Light comes out victorious. Game 3, a lot cleaner in the favor of LNG. You see here 14-2. Tarzan ends up being MVP. LNG would go bot at 5 minutes, get a skirmish in the river that went 1-1 at 6 minutes, go top lane at 8 minutes, take a cloud. At 15 minutes, LNG are up 3-1, but BLG are up 1.5k gold. So it's one of those deals where LNG are trying to get advantages in lane with kills, but BLG are doing the right thing with wave management, getting ahead in that way. LNG take an Infernal. BLG go bot lane at 16 minutes. 18 minutes, LNG go top lane 2-0. By 20 minutes, LNG are up 5-2. Tarzan is 5-1-0. And BLG are up 1k gold. So, the deal with Tarzan, I haven't really mentioned what he's done. So, you think about it. All these picks here. So, LNG go bot lane. There's a skirmish in river. LNG go top lane. LNG 2-0 and top lane at 18 minutes. Tarzan has 4 of those 5 kills. So, the Lee Sin is all over the place. He's hard carrying. Tarzan's just doing his thing. 20 minutes, LNG would take a Baron with a 5-0 ace. Light with a double kill, giving them a 3k gold lead. Put them at Mountain Soul Point. 24 minutes, LNG would end with that Baron. I mean, after the Baron subsided, they won 4-0, pushed and ended 14-2. Tarzan ends up being MVP. It was a great series. I felt like it was back and forth. Game 2 was more indicative of where the teams are at, I think. Obviously, LNG losing Game 1 the way they did, not very great. BLG got smoked Game 3. I don't think that's the best BLG can be. Game 2 is probably a good indicator of where the teams are right now. It's kind of how I feel about IG as well. In Game 2 and Game 3, IG really, Victory 5. The way I feel about Victory 5 is from Games 2 and Game 3. They obviously are not way worse than IG. But they're better than IG. So Game 2 and Game 3 are more indicative of where the teams are. So, yeah. So that's the LPL for today. Now on to the LCK. All right, now the LCK. So the 4 teams we have out here today are not as interesting as yesterday. We had all the interesting teams play on Saturday. So this is LCK Week 4, Day 4. KDF upset Red Force, and it wasn't even close in neither game. 30-6. KDF really, it was the best series KDF have obviously played all year. They were 1-6 going into this. Red Force were without Kana. They were doing Dun in the top lane, and he is not Kana, I'll tell you that. So the early game was slow, Game 1. KDF would win the first fight at 9 minutes, 3-0. Teddy with a double kill. Excuse me. My nose itches. So, 10 minutes, KDF would go top lane at 10 minutes. When they went top lane, Red Force would go bot lane, get an Infernal. By 12 minutes, KDF were at 4.5k gold. They were killing it. 15 minutes, they win a fight in the river, get a kill, get a cloud. Then, simultaneously, KDF would go mid. Red Force would go top. The teams were exchanging kills. Red Force, by going top lane, got their first kill of the game. At that moment, at 20 minutes, KDF were up 6-1, 6.5k gold. Then they would go take a mountain after a pick. The first real team fight went 3-0. Well, the second real team fight because the Rift Trail was the first one. 23 minutes, Teddy would carry with a triple kill and a 3-0 team fight win for the Freaks, giving them a 10k gold lead at 23 minutes when the Baron started. So the game was over. Teddy was 7-3-1 after that Baron subsided. 7 of the 10 kills for KDF. They'd go to Soul Point during their Baron, and then end Elam with a double kill on Valley Bear to push after the Baron subsided, 29 minutes. Final score 15-2. Game 2, very similar. Fate would solo kill Fiesta at 6 minutes. Red Force would take a Hex Tech. 11 minutes, KDF were up 2K gold. In that, with around 11 minutes also, Red Forest went top, KDF would go bot. There was a skirmish in the jungle at 14 minutes, went 1-1. KDF take a cloud. 20 minutes, the teams would exchange picks again, but KDF are ahead in gold. I mean, they're up 5K at 21 minutes, and the kills are 4-3. So KDF are just outplaying Red Forest all around the rift. Ghost looked awful as Tom Kench in Game 1, and did not do that well in Game 2 either. He was getting caught out left, right, and center. KDF taking Infernal. 23 minutes, KDF win a fight 4-0 for the Baron. Fate with a double kill. Pushes their gold lead from 9K to 12K. And they end after that Baron subsides. Teddy with a quadra kill in the 5-0 win. Teddy ends up being MVP. I would probably say Fate was the MVP individually of Game 2, but because Teddy showed up in both games in a big way, he ends up being MVP. Series 2, a lot closer. Fredit Brion would not have it any other way. Fredit Brion's win was not close. I mean, Game 2 was 16-3, which we'll get to, but a Fredit Brion series has to have a game that goes nearly 45 minutes. So, Game 1, KT sub out Cuz for Gideon in jungle. Early game, they struggled as a result. 4 minutes, Fredit Brion would get a pick. They'd get a 2v2 kill, get an Infernal. By 12 minutes, Fredit Brion are up 2K gold. So I said that real fast because it was a quick early game. Fredit Brion were just crushing it, taking Ocean. 18 minutes, KT would take a mountain, stop the stacking with a 2-0 team fight win. Evened out the kills, but Fredit Brion are up 3K gold. And then they win a fight 2-0. So Fredit Brion are getting ahead. KT would steal a mountain at 24 minutes. Fredit Brion would punish them. 5-2 afterwards. Lava with a triple kill on the rise. So, Fredit Brion are up 7K gold at 26 minutes. They take a Baron after getting, they take a Baron. KT punishes them, getting a kill afterwards. There's a skirmish in the mid lane during that Baron that kind of slows it down 1-1. During the Baron, though, Fredit Brion do come away with a Mountain Soul point. Afterwards, they're up 11-6, and Lava is 4-0-3 on the rise. 33 minutes, KT steal the Baron. Rascal with a double kill, part of a 4-1 team fight win afterwards. Very big moment. That's a huge moment for KT. Stealing that Baron, Gideon doing so, allowed them to turn the game around because right now they're down a ton of gold. During the Baron, Fredit Brion would take the Mountain Soul. Aiming would end up with a double kill afterwards, KT winning 3-0. So, after the Baron that KT had stolen, KT are actually up 1.5K gold, which is like nothing at 37 minutes, so it's anyone's game. And Rascal's 5-3-5 on Akali. 40 minutes, Fredit Brion would take a Baron after a team fight that went 1-1. The next fight at 42 minutes, KT would take the Elder in a fight that went 2-2, Rascal with both kills. After the Elder subsided, KT would end through bot 2-0, aiming with a double kill, push to end. Final score 18-6, very close game. Something I would expect out of these two teams that were both 3 and 4 coming into it. Even Red Force is also in this group. They all have the same record, and really they all have the same upside. Obviously, Red Force is running a Academy roster, Challenger roster, so that's why they got crushed by the Freaks. Game 2. Fredit Brion would not blow a lead like they did in this one, where they had 8K and lost it. Fredit Brion thought that Sword was the problem, so they subbed in Morgan. 4 minutes, they would go top lane, trade kills, get a 2v2 kill, take an Ocean after getting a pick, get a fight in the river, that's 1-0. By 10 minutes, all this has happened. So, they went top, they got a 2v2 kill, they took an Ocean, they went to river, got a kill, they're 1.5K gold, 4-1 up. KT would take a Hextech, Fredit Brion would go bot lane afterwards. 18 minutes, KT would take an Infernal, Fredit Brion would punish them 3-1. Morgan with a double kill on the Akali. Akali once again after Rascal ran it in Game 1 and crushed with it. Morgan crushed with it in Game 2. 21 minutes, KT would go bot, turn that into a soul point. So KT did have that going for themselves, even though they were down so much in kills. 29 minutes, Fredit Brion would take the Infernal. to prevent Infernal Soul Point. Morgan with a double kill to do so. Off of that play, they took the Baron. They're up 4k gold. After the Baron subsided, Fred at Brion could not end. They're up 11-3, 5k gold. Morgan is 5-3-3 on Akali. So Akali, a big factor. Fred at Brion will go to Infernal Soul Point uncontested. 37 minutes, they win a fight 2-0 to go up 7.5k gold with a Baron. And after the Baron was coming to a close, Fred at Brion would take the Infernal Soul, winning a fight 2-0, and then end shortly thereafter. Final score 16-3. So Fred at Brion, I mean, were able to stop. I mean, the early game was still dominant, just like how game 1 was. And they were able to stop the Drake stacking by KT and turn it around. Game 3, Cuz would come back in, and Gideon would be subbed out in the jungle. 4 minutes, KT would go bot lane. 6 minutes, Fred at Brion would take the Infernal. KT would punish them 1-0. 9 minutes, Fred at Brion would take a Rift Herald after a pick. KT would take a Hextech Drake on the other side of the Rift. 13 minutes, the first big fight of the game. Arya with a double kill on Twisted Fate as part of a 4-2 team fight win. Arya ends up being MVP on the Twisted Fate. He was all over the place in Game 3, the deciding game. Game 1 and Game 2, I didn't even mention him in any of this because he never really screwed up real bad and didn't do anything exceptionally good. After that fight in bot, KT's able to take an Ocean. They're up 3k gold. 22 minutes, they win a fight 5-2. Rascal with a double kill to go to Soul Point, Ocean Soul Point. 25 minutes, they're up 4.5k gold. Have 11 kills, and Arya is 3-0-6. So he is active all over the place. 28 minutes, there's a fight in front of the Ocean because the Ocean Drake has spawned and they're trying to fight to prevent KT from taking the soul. It goes 4-4. Arya with a double kill. Morgan with a double kill. Morgan once again showing up. KT would then take the Ocean Soul after the reset. 31 minutes. Fred at Brion, it seems that Fred at Brion has made a comeback. They win a fight 4-1. Delight and Henna with double kills respectively to take the Baron. However, after the Baron subsided, KT would win the next fight in a 5-0 ace for, I think it was in front of Elder. Aiming with a triple kill to end the game. Final score 21-12. Like I said, Arya ends up being MVP. I don't know how much these games are going to really affect my power rankings. KT is 4th. I can't bring them up any farther. But, I mean, the LCK, obviously, like I said when I started this, yesterday's games were a lot better and more interesting on paper because you had T1, Genji, and Damwon all playing. And Sandbox, who I actually seem to like watching because they're so young and have a lot of, I don't know, variability in how they play. So, thank you for watching part 1 of my League of Legends Roundup for February 13th. If you like this, like and subscribe. Comment if you have any comments. And stay tuned later today for my League of Legends Roundup Part 2. And tomorrow my LPL power rankings will be out. I'm going to film them after this because I don't want tomorrow's games affecting my mind and headspace before I make the video. And my LCK power rankings will be out Tuesday. So thank you for watching.